morning I'm just making up some more of our little tags for our Sandpiper collection. I ordered this really adorable Sandpiper stamp, and it came all the way from Greece. It's made from olive wood, and it's these three little sandpipers, and we just stamped them onto these cards. We have the Sandpiper collection words that we add in, and then on the back we just do our logo. And we always just write a little handwritten note to whoever's purchased the items on there. But they get a little tag on the tote bags and the zipper bags. And I'm having to do so many more because we have been inundated with orders since we launched last Friday. We are so grateful to everyone who's ordered one of our tote bags or our zipper bags or the scarves. It's been amazing, and we've sold out some items already, so we've got another order in and we've got more stock on the way. But this morning I've been just making up our little tags, and this week we've been doing a lot of prep for the Christmas market and getting things ready. I've been working on my little miniature doll's house, so let me show you what we've been up to. So this week I've spent a lot of time planning the design, the logistics, and where everything's going to go for our Christmas market. And the whole idea of this year's Christmas market is that you will be able to experience the night before Christmas story as you walk through the manor. So each of the rooms will tell a different part of the story, which is going to be really, really fun. Now you'll see at the moment there's not much to see because I keep moving furniture around, we've got things all over the place, but there is a plan behind it. And so I thought I'd give you a little bit of a behind the scenes sneak peek today of where I'm starting from. And then you will see over the next couple of weeks how it transforms. So this room is obviously our main reception room. You can see our wood burning stove behind me in the music room. And this room is going to be the very first part of the story when the stockings are hung by the chimney, and everyone is getting ready for that Christmas night. So we're going to have some really fun things around the mantle and the stockings, and two very, very big Christmas trees in our bay windows here. So I'm going to be going out this week and starting to pull to pick up and bring in Christmas trees. I'm aiming for 20 different sizes, so I'll be able to, I'm excited to show you in the next couple of weeks how that's going to look. So people will be able to walk through these spaces and really get a sense of the story, which is the whole idea of our market. And as you're walking through, you obviously get the opportunity to browse through our amazing vendors' stalls and see their beautiful products, to pick up some amazing Christmas gifts this year. And then outside, we're going to have a hot chocolate bar and a nice fire that you'll be able to sit round. So it's going to be really, really a great and very, very fun weekend. So in here, our dining room, this is going to be the second room that you'll be able to come through. And this is going to be kind of, I think, set up like a bedroom. So it's going to be like the kids are all tucked up in bed. I've got some fun ideas for how I create that feeling and the decoration for that, so you'll have to wait to see what I have planned for this room. And we're going to have obviously some vendors in here too, and then you'll walk through into our what we call our big room, which is not very imaginative name for it. Now, as you can see, this is not looking very much like a Christmas market right now. In fact, it looks kind of like a furniture warehouse. And so the next couple of days, we're going to be moving all this. You can see I've started putting some tables out, but it really doesn't look much like a Christmas market. But I wanted, like I say, to give you a sneak peek and show you this is what it looks like right now, but in the next 2 weeks, you will see this whole area transform and become something that is all about telling the story of the night before Christmas. So I'm very, very excited to be able to show you. So stay tuned over the next couple of weeks so you can see how this space becomes something very special. So I'm just working on my miniature night before Christmas doll's house, and I debated the wallpaper and paint question, which I know, thank you to everyone who gave me their thoughts last week. And one of the things that I realized with this wallpaper, and especially with the dark wallpaper, the pattern was very big and it was just going to be too big and too busy in my house. So I've decided to kind of do a like a variation. So I've decided to do some painting for most of the walls, and I am actually going to put some wallpaper onto this upstairs bedroom wall, but I'm going to use my toil wallpaper, but the areas where you don't see the big figures. So it's much more of a background wallpaper rather than seeing huge people, which are going to be totally out of proportion. So I've been using, I got out my fusion paint because I figured that would be a good option. So I've ended up doing my French eggshell downstairs on the top of the wall, and I'm using raw silk at the bottom because I'm kind of going to give it a little bit of paneling, wainscoting on the bottom. So I've just started first coat. So I have my French eggshell on the wall here, and then the raw silk. And then upstairs I am going to be doing my wallpaper on this back wall, and I decided to use my damask, which is my beautiful pink, on these two end walls. So it's kind of like a feature wall for my wallpaper. And then in the attic, I've been using my cathedral taupe, and I've actually painted, you can see here, I've painted the roof, so that will sit up on the top, so that it's the inside of that room is this nice taupey color. And then I've also painted the outside of my trim here and all my windows in my exterior paint that I've used on the manor. So these are almost ready to go back into the house. And then the final piece is I have painted my front door, and again that's been painted in the same black as we've got on the front door at the manor, and I'm just waiting for my first coat to dry so that I can do my second coat and then get them all put back together. So I've cut out a piece of my wallpaper that was from my coloured toil wallpaper, and as you can see, it's just a piece that's got kind of background on it. It hasn't got any characters, and I've painted my bedroom in this beautiful damask pink, and all I've done on the back is I've just painted around the edges so that if the wallpaper's not quite the right size, or I've not cut it exactly the size, it's not going to show any of the blue. So I've just measured this, cut it, and I'm actually just using double-sided tape very simply on the back of the wallpaper, and then I'm going to stick it onto the wall. So my wallpaper is now up, and I think it's looking really, really good. Obviously, I've chosen the pieces of the wallpaper that don't have any of the large characters on, and I think it's kind of a good background to the room, and paired with this beautiful damask pink that I've got here on the edges on the side walls, I think it's a really nice combination for the bedroom. And now I come to the fun part, because I get to put the furniture, get the pictures on the wall, all the little details I can start putting. But first I need to put the windows and door back in. The windows are now back in, and they look really great in the trim color that I have on the outside of the manor. And I think it just has a great contrast with this, with the wall color. And I've got a little bit of touching up to do here, but I think all the windows look absolutely fantastic with these colors, and the inside is really starting to come together. Let's put the roof on and see how that looks. Oops, there we go. So I'll get the roof reattached, but I think it's starting to look really like a nice little house here. I'm just working on some of the little details that I'm going to add to the house, and I was just thinking about the pictures that I want to put on the wall. And obviously we're going to have a fireplace mantle in the middle of this room, but I thought it would be really cute to have some really nice little pictures on the wall. And Peggy suggested last week in her comment that I make a tiny little sandpiper picture, which I thought was a really great idea. I loved it. So what I've done is I have printed a really, really tiny version of our sandpiper, and I'm going to make a tiny little frame for it, and then I'm going to put it on the wall. And I just love it. I love the idea that it's something that's so meaningful to the manor, and that we're actually going to be able to have it in our house. So I'm off to now make a tiny little picture frame, and I'm also going to make a chair rail for my chair rail here. So I'm just going to get a small piece of wood and I'm going to paint it white so I have my little chair rail. So I'm going to get going and try and find the smallest piece of wood I can find. The sun is out today and it is such a glorious view from this window in our Parisian suite. The colour of the leaves is just gorgeous, and you can see right over to the river, and it just makes me want to get in the tub and enjoy the view. The tub is positioned so you feel like you're right up in the trees. Today I'm pretty excited because I've got to see one of my creative visions that I've had in my head for quite a while come to reality. And this week has been actually a really creative week. I'm just sitting in one of my Christmas sets. So I've just started designing and putting together some Christmas sets that photographers are going to use at the manor over the next few weeks. And it's always, I just love Christmas anyway, but when I'm actually creating something special for people, that's even better. But I've had some ideas in my head for a little while now, and so I commissioned Joelle Martin from Untitled Collection to do some artwork for us. And Joelle never fails to deliver. And what's amazing about Joelle is that I can explain to her what I'm thinking, and I'll give us a few ideas of where I'm kind of coming from, and then she creates something, and every time I look at it and I'm like, that is exactly what I was thinking. So it's just so exciting. And she came this morning and she delivered me my 2 commissions that I am just so thrilled. And so I wanted to give you a little sneak peek because they're so great. I could barely, I can't, you know, keep them a secret anymore. So this is my first one, and I just love it. I wanted something for Christmas that really reflected the manor, and you'll see that she's painted our rocking horse just perfectly. I still can't believe the level of detail she's got in there. And then she's added in a sandpiper, because obviously with our Sandpiper collection, it's perfect, and I just love it. So you will see this over Christmas on a few different items. You'll have to wait and see what I use it for. And then the other artwork I asked her to do was another variation on our Sandpiper. Now obviously she has painted our gorgeous Sandpiper art, but this is something a little bit more fun, and I wanted something, and it's actually, and the idea came from my stamp that I was just stamping my little tags with. And I love those 3 little stick sandpipers so much. I asked her to do something. And again, I've got some really cool ideas as to how I'm going to use this. But I wanted to give you a little sneak peek because they are just gorgeous. And I'm so excited to start using them to create something I can share with you. But I wanted to give you a sneak peek because they're too good to keep secret. And anyway, I'm not very good at keeping secrets, so I wanted to share them with you. It seems like everyone in this house has their favorite chair, except for Kobe, who chooses pretty much every time to lay on the floor. So have you got your tickets to the Christmas market yet? I hope so. We'd love to see you, and if you haven't, head over to the website I know they're selling really quickly. In fact, I think there are quite a few arrival time slots that are now completely sold out. So you don't want to miss your chance to come and see all the different, we've got 16 vendors, we've got a hot chocolate and hot donut stand, we've got booths, it's going to be a fantastic weekend. And obviously the manor is going to be completely decorated as a Night Before Christmas storybook. And we're excited to welcome you. But if you were wondering, I know I've had many people ask me about the cake competition. Now, if you remember back in our summer market, we had a cake competition. It was a huge success. We ended up having 2 winners, one for decorating and one for taste, because we had so many entries. And so we are going to be doing it again at Christmas. But obviously, the cakes have to have a Christmas theme. They don't have to be Christmas cake, but they have to be Christmassy in some way. So we will be releasing all the information for you to enter so that you can bring your cake on the 20th of November. And again, it will be judged by everyone who attends the market. So everyone will have the opportunity to see all the cakes. There will be ballot forms, and you will get to pick which Christmas cake you think is the best decorated. And then we will have a panel of judges that will taste them, and we will award a best tasting cake. So if you love to bake and you love Christmas, and you'd love to bake a cake that has a Christmas theme, we would love you to enter into our cake competition at the Christmas market. So stay tuned on our Facebook, Instagram, and website tomorrow, and I will be releasing all the information and everything you need to know so you can enter your cake. So we really look forward to seeing you. I cannot believe it's only a couple of weeks until the market. So I better get going because I got a lot of decorating to do. And I will see you on our next episode of the Lady Smith Manor Diaries.